is your strongest memory in reference to arts as a child?
Because I know a lot of people, they can remember from an early age, wanting to be artists or graphic designers. So what was your earliest memory?
Roxanne, my earliest memory would be at the age of 8 or 9. I remember doing a lot of drawings for my neighbors, my family. And I remember my sister we had this big, believe it or not, book, and she made me draw a lot of stuff. It had a lot of lovely illustrations in the book.
Wow.
And she made me enter this competition abroad, and it was very successful. And at that point in time, that's when I realized that, yeah, this is for me.
Well, my memory wasn't that young. It was about in standard 5. I remember we had art class, and we would have to pick a page in a storybook for the textbook and illustrate it in our drawing books. And I remember everybody would put their drawing book on my desk when I finished drawing my drawing.
Wow.
And I would have like 5, 6 people's drawing books on my desk, and I would be just doing the same drawing over and over. So I think it was that I was like, okay, maybe I have a talent, because everybody was making me do it. So yeah, that was my earliest memory.
Wow, that's a nice memory. Okay, so most graphic designers are somewhat talented in different art forms. Which art form do you most identify with? Because I know some graphic designers can also do
animation, they could paint, they can do sculpture. So what do you most identify with?
Well, for me, I would say illustrations, because that's one of my strong points. And I do a lot of arts and crafty stuff like painting and making stuff with my hands, like crafts. So yeah.
All arts and crafts.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I started off drawing in a sketchbook, so that's how I kind of developed my skill. But now I do it digitally on the computer, so I kind of transcended into the digital world.
Oh, okay. So it's just purely digital stuff.
Yes, I don't even draw in sketchbooks anymore.
Oh, okay.
What is your favorite subject to depict? Because I paint, so I gravitate towards portraits of people, and I also like animals and insects. So what is your favorite subject to depict?
Favorite subject would be the environment, anything around me that I like, that I think that would really look good in like illustrations or stuff.
Oh.
So I would say my environment, because I like nature.
Okay. Anything that catches your eye
Catches my
around
eye.
you.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever drew like the environment or anything nature related. I basically just do portraits alone. I kind of put myself into a little niche, so I just focus on people.
That's good. It's good to have a niche.
Who are some of the people you look up to when it comes to arts?
Who's your favorite artist?
Well, you might be quite amazed, but I don't really gravitate towards or like any particular artist, popular artist, but I love the work of I tend to like the work of my two of my classmates, Dominique and Robert Waldron. They're very talented, and I love their work.
Wow. Well, it's good to look up to people who are not even considered famous, because sometimes they create the most inspiring stuff.
Well, the same goes for me. I don't really look at anyone internationally. I kind of focus on local artists. Like on my blog, I did a post on Gax. And he's a really talented artist.
I saw that
from
post.
Trinidad, yes. And I couldn't believe that he was Trinidadian, But he has been able to transcend into the international sphere and be recognized worldwide. So I think that was pretty amazing for somebody from Trinidad.
Yeah.
I really love his work. I could not believe what I was seeing when I went on your blog and I saw his work. Okay, what are the things that bring inspiration for you when you're creating? And can you describe a real life situation that inspired you?
Well, the things that bring inspiration for me would be like, I tend to dream a lot and like visualize. I do a lot of visualization, and sometimes I keep on thinking about, like, if I have a project to do, something for the class, I would be thinking about it so much that I would fall asleep and dream about ideas and wake up and go right to the computer or right to the, to the paper and just start to draw. Yeah, so
I
that's
wish
how
I
I
had
get
that
my
talent.
ideas. Dreaming about your art.
Alright, that's nice.
I more go off of the things that I see, so people around me or people that's inspirational to me. So I basically just look at people and tend to get inspiration from them.
Okay.
So it could be people I know, people I don't know, strangers walking, anybody.
Okay. So you get your inspiration from people.
What is your favorite work? Your personal artwork, things that are among your portfolio that you consider your favorite?
I would have to say the first post that I made on my blog, the aquatic globe. The pieces like a globe, it's like those glass globes, and the scenery is like there's perspective showing in the distance, like it's a beach scene, and you can see the coconut trees and the mountains in the back receding, and at the forefront there's this lovely coral reef with these lovely fishes, tropical fishes. So I love that one. And I think it's very nice because everyone has, I have a lot of posts on comments and likes on it, so yeah.
I saw it as well and I agree with everybody who liked it.
Because it is phenomenal. Yes. Okay.
Mine has to be the portrait I did that was inspired by a painter named MJ Lindo. She uses a lot of colors, a lot of different color schemes, nothing traditional, very like original. And yes, I did a portrait based on her and I think it came out really well. I think the colors brought it to life. So I was really, really proud of that.
Okay. What are the best and most memorable responses you've had from people for your work? What is the most memorable that sticks out in your mind?
Most people, well, besides from the comments and saying how great my art is and that people love my work, they say like, wow, you did that, and wow, yeah, you're really good at what you do. So yeah, comments like that.
For me, I get this a lot. People say, you do that? Like, no wait, you do that? You actually did that? You? And I'll be like, yes. And like, they'll be so amazed to know that, I could do something like...
Little me.
Little me can do something extraordinary like that. And I'll never forget there was this time that I did an exhibition for Nelson Mandela. And my boss was so proud and she like ran up to me and hugged me and she was like, she was telling me how proud of me she was, and I was like, okay, because she's not the emotional type and she's not the, she's not boss,
she's not
strict.
the huggy type.
Yeah, she's not that type at all. So I was like, so, like, I felt really, really proud in that moment that she was able to,
That's nice.
Do you listen to music when you're working on an art piece? And if you do, what kind of music or what songs inspire you?
Actually, Roxanne, I do not listen to any music. I tend to like peace and quiet when I'm doing my artwork because I'm quite focused, and music would just throw me off. So yeah, no music, peaceful, quiet.
That's how I am when I'm doing maths or reading. I can't get any music anywhere near me, no noise.
Well, it's the same for me, except I don't know, I have this weird ritual that every time I start to draw, I would have music on. But I would have it at the lowest possible level it could be at.
Okay.
And I don't know why, but I need for it to have music, and then halfway through the work, I'll be like, okay, no more music. I need to take this off. It distracted me, and then I just really like submerge myself in the work and just focus. I don't want anybody to disturb me. I don't want no kind of talking, just peace and quiet. And
enough is enough.
yes.
No more music.
No more music. I do it all the time. I don't know why. I always end up taking it off.
All right. Okay, well.
Me, I'm a little bit of both. Sometimes I can handle the music, sometimes I can't. So I can understand what both of you mean when you say that. Graphic designers are very protective of their work, right? And with good reason, but sometimes I find they are a little too reserved in how protective they are.
some artists are very closed off in a way where even if they could share, they refuse to, share what they could, like advice or new things that they have learned. They cling to it and they selfishly hold on to it. Do you agree with me that we need to be more open and sharing as graphic designers? Become more like a community rather than a closed off competitive sect?
Yeah, I agree 100% with you, Roxanne. Most people, yes, they tend to hold on graphic designers, and they tend to be secretive about their work, and they don't want to show their style. And I think that, yes, we should show, because that's how people learn. I will learn from you, and you in turn can learn something from me.
Exactly.
So, it's an ongoing process, so I think, yes, that we should
share.
Yeah.
I also agree completely. Like, this question kind of hits home for me because way back in the day, before I entered Custard or before I knew anything about like the software, anything like that, there was this guy that I knew, and he was doing illustrations and graphic design, and I asked him to show me, it's like a little tutorial as to how to like get involved in graphic design and stuff like that. And every day he would cancel on me, every single day. And I didn't know anything about going on YouTube and like researching or looking for tutorials or anything like that. So it kind of disheartened me a little bit. And if I had let that stop me, then I wouldn't be where I am today. So I think people really need to be more open to sharing ideas and techniques with other people, because that's how we learn and that's how we grow as artists.
Exactly.
And you never know, passing on your knowledge could cause such a ripple effect that might come right back to you and bring some
kind of
nobody wants anybody to be
benefit
better
back
than them. That's the thing.
Yeah, so I am glad you all answered the way you did, because that bothers me as well.
What scares you most about this industry?
This graphic design industry, I should say.
Well, the thing that scares me the most is that I think that's really competitive, because there are a lot of people getting into this graphic design, doing this graphic design, people who are doing freelancing. So it is very competitive, and I'm wondering like, oh, should I really do this? Should I really go branch off into my own? How would I make out, my competitors? So yeah.
That fear is the same for me, because the field is so saturated with like really good people and people who just doing work for like a small money, so people would go to them instead of you, because people don't like to pay for graphic work at all. Like, there are times that I didn't even get paid for jobs that I did, because people, they don't think it's worth anything. Well, more so now, they're more receptive of, putting out the money, but before, no. So because the field is so saturated, it's very, very difficult.
I have a lot of people, as you say, who would do the work for next to nothing.
Exactly.
But it's not the same quality. I don't think it's the same quality, because I've been through those experiences as well. All right. So competition. The competition is what is scary, and I agree 100%. Okay. What would you say to teenagers who are still in high school and are thinking of going into graphic design? They have the talent, they've been producing really good work, promising artwork, and looking to pursue a career in graphic design. What would you tell them as someone who has already had some experiences in the field?
And in the field of study?
Well, firstly, I think they should enroll in a good school. Custard. Yeah. It is a good school.
Custard.
I enjoy attending Custard. And follow their dream, pursue it, keep on practicing, and so that's all I have to tell.
I would tell them to do a lot of research, try to enhance their techniques and their skills. I would tell them to utilize social media. Like, that's the biggest thing for me. Create content and put it out there for people to see your work and see your talent. And that's the way you can more branch into freelance, because people know about you, know about your skill, and want you to work for them. So I think utilizing social media is a big, big thing for them to for people to be aware that they're doing this, because freelancing is very important for like up and coming graphic artists.
Yes.
So I think that they should just let their work be out there in the world.
And I agree with what you said about social media too, because that networking is
What will get your name out there, your
Exactly.
brand out there and everything. So, yeah.
you both write blogs, and the amazing work coming out of those blogs is what made me want to do this interview with both of you.
Oh,
So, what is your blog
All about, and why did you choose to go the way that you went with your blog?
Alright, well, my blog is about, well, firstly it's called Artful Trini, and artful meaning, well, I'm a Trini, but artful meaning, meaning different art forms, different, not only limited to illustrations, but paintings, crafty stuff, everything that I do, it's mostly up on my blog. So it's showcasing my artwork,
and all its different
all its
forms.
different forms. Yeah, so
Okay.
that's what the blog is about.
Okay, so it simply approaches your artwork and all its different
All
art
its different
forms.
art forms.
Okay.
Well, the name of my blog is Face to Face Blog, and mine is way more specific. Basically, it's a simple concept of recreating one portrait of myself using the various styles of people who inspire me, well, artists who inspire me. So graphic artists, painters, anybody who's in the art sphere, I would take their style, their original style, and manipulate it and recreate a portrait of myself. And basically, it was just a way for me to see the styles of others and try to make my own style. So yeah.
Yeah, I really like the portraits that you chose to do, the artist that you chose to put in the style of your portrait. It was phenomenal. I know you had the latest one you did was Sarah Bullish.
When I did a view.
Yes. But I'm focusing on her style, and the first time I saw that, it had a few people standing behind me looking at the screen. And everybody was like just drawn to the screen. It's like, who is this and what is this? So
Yeah, I tried to choose artists that people would normally come across with very, very unique styles. And it just goes to show how people inspire me, because when I saw you, and I instantly thought of her, and I was like, you look perfect for that for that particular style. So I just had to do you.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad you thought of me, because I really love her style as well.
As I said before, I love both your blogs. I hope you don't stop blogging, because I know, you tend to
fall away sometimes from your blogs, but please keep blogging. It's really interesting stuff, and I love it, and I know people will love it as well. So thank you so much for joining me in this interview, and keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you very much.